Accurate. I would agree with that sentiment. Of course, I don't know what that means exactly, and I don't
No
think
one knows.
Cinder knows either, but that's okay. He's not here to defend himself, so we can just call him an idiot and move on. So this best of 3, a lot of implications, as you guys kind of talked about. We got Goon Squad versus Gaming Gladiators. The loser of this series goes to Div 2. Will it be Goon Squad, who went undefeated in Div 2 last season, or it'll be Gaming Gladiators, who are going to TI this year? Very weird.
Yeah, a lot of questions to be answered. Yeah, Goon Squad, they're too good for Division 2, and they might end up being not as good in Division 1. But we'll see. Talking about the Brewmaster, already touched upon it a little bit. Seems like it's not going to be any kind of tri-lane, so they're just going to dual lane for now. Having an Ignite ability with the Shikuchi from the Brewmaster. In terms of lanes, yeah, I think Aqua on the Bloodseeker is going to be definitely able to sustain, especially with the Wyvern, who can also get Cold Embrace on level 2 to like neutralize the harassment coming on from the Gaming Gladiators.
Why do you hate Brewmaster so much?
I've seen this hero fail so many times. I've been liking it a lot. Lately, I've been liking it a bit more, I would say, but still not like the wow effect. Like, this is not, for me, a hero that is like, oh, no one can touch this
Right.
hero.
I mean, I feel like the balance of this hero throughout the last few years has been kind of strange. Obviously, they've changed some skills around and whatnot, but it feels like Ags is just required. Right?
It's a must-have.
And then Refresher, it's very cookie-cutter
and
built
beyond
to some
this.
degree.
So you need to play the game for like 40 minutes, and then
Yeah.
you're like, yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Right. And then once you get there, you're like, how do you play against this? You just have to wait it out, kind of, or try to burst them before it can get it off. I mean, looking at their lineup, they do have the Ancient Seal to silence him. Obviously, they have the Roar. They have good control. And we'll see if they're able to do that as... Yeah, a lot on the line for this best of 3. So it's going to be in the mid lane, Boom on the puck. And his counterpart is going to be Limp playing the Ember Spirit. This is a very common matchup we see.
Yeah, we see that quite often. Ember is one of the spirits, like if we talk about the Void Spirit, Storm Spirit, he's one of the spirits that does survive when Puck hits level 6 because of the Flame Guard. So you need to bring an extra hero. If Crystal Maiden rotates, then it might be a bit difficult because of the Frostbite, but we'll see. Usually I do favor Ember Spirit because you do get like Blightstone. Sleight of Fist does hurt Puck quite a lot. He's very low on armor, 1 armor. But also something that we don't touch upon is in the mid lane, the AoE of the tower is pretty huge, so you get extra armor from it anyway, and then that Blightstone is mitigated.
And I've asked everybody I've cast with.
Gotta ask
Same
me.
question.
We have not... we didn't cast for what?
It's been a while.
Full tour, I think.
Yeah, the whole tour. I mean, when was the last time? It was not Div 2, but Season 2, I would assume then, right? I don't think we casted the Major together. It was just...
Thank God they didn't pair us up.
We were on panel together, though, for that. So that's
we were, yeah, you're right.
just for a brief moment. But the question I was going to ask is from Gaming Gladiators' perspective, what is your opinion on what has kind of happened to them? Is this kind of pushing, or what's the right way to put it? Keeping your foot off the pedal, so not keeping the acceleration going, knowing that you're probably going to go to TI? Or is it more patch-related?
Might have been then. Maybe a little bit of burnout because they were working really hard, and also Enchantress got nerfed, so...
Yeah, true.
That's why.
A lot of Enchantress play with this team, for sure. Celery absolutely loves that hero. His Ace is taking a lot of damage, and Tofu is going to get off the Blood Right. This should lead to a first blood, and indeed it does, so Aqua gets credit for that.
The first Blood Right, we can call it.
Very good.
Tofu does have a healing salve to work with, and yeah, as expected, Aqua off to a really good start here on the bottom lane. Wyvern, Peksu does have more points in just nuking abilities and to be able to slow them down. So this lane, with this first blood, is going to become even more difficult. Once Aqua gets to his phase boots, I don't think they're going to be able to lane. Maybe when I say don't lane, they're not going to get too much out of the lane, and the real kill threat is going to be either Puck rotating or Brewmaster hitting level 6.
Right, okay. And I know this is not going to happen, but there has to be a strategy where, as we're going to see the concoction come out, but Celery is going to die before it goes off, as S4 taking some heavy damage inside that acid spray. But Doraccio, he's the one that has to be careful in a 2v1 situation. I know that position 1 Alchemist always farms for himself, blah, 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 as he's still taking a lot of damage here. surely there is a strategy that exists as a position 1 even, that you try to get this Ags on Brewmaster at some point to be able to, I mean, that is a huge...
Not really. I don't think you want it. Like,
Surely
we're talking about
universe.
the carry players here, Shannon. There's no way
it's sad.
You're going to spend so much gold. Maybe,
what if it's mid, maybe?
For a mid laner, potentially, yeah, as your like 3rd, 4th item, Pexu.
Yep, he is super dead. Goes down to the right click of Ace, so nice comeback here to some degree in this bottom lane. As you can see, the CS from Aqua at 22 and 7, and Dyrachyo playing the Alchemist on the other side, 15 and 3. Obviously, getting harassed a lot in this lane. Shouldn't be too surprising considering the heroes that he's going up against.
Dyrachyo needs to be careful. I mean, he's going in very aggressive. Doesn't have any region left. Celery only has the 1 Tango, and that's it. That means that Bloodseeker is going to be pretty much hasted bottom.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, look at his move speed, 537.
Pretty good. Not too bad. He's going to get a Blood Right off, which should connect onto Ace. Can't even get off that Thunderclap in time. And he's continuing to take these right clicks as the move speed is still there for Aqua, and the kill is there for him as well. So 2nd kill in the game for Aqua on this Bloodseeker. I mean, how important was it this game for him to get off to a good start? Was it like really crucial, or is this just like a...
It was a good Bloodseeker pick overall, because we mentioned it on the panel, especially Lacoste when he was talking about the potential tri-lanes. This is the hero that can lane into it, because he does have like some extra region, a lot of armor, and there was a lot of minus armor on the enemy side in a potential tri-lane, and also the AoE silence, so you kind of can stop the aggressiveness coming out from them. And now he's about to hit level 5. This bottom lane is kind of disaster. 21 CS on Brewmaster. It's okay-ish, but you want to be off to a good start with the hero.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can look at the net worth between the two sides, and it's top 3 for the Radiant here. And we'll see if they're able to actually snowball this. I mean, I think you would agree that Gaming Gladiators probably...
Coil?
Oh, the coil, canceling the TP. And
okay, 75-second cooldown for 100 gold.
Well, we'll see if they're able to get this rune, but there is going to be the Weaver coming in to force Limp to the other side, where you can see Hanskin is actually just holding that rune for him. Ancient Seal immediately used, but they're going to continue to pursue. Limp. Yeah, Limp has no remnants up right now. Oh, as I say that, of course he does. He does have 1 remnant up.
It's okay to lie from time to time to make things more interesting.
Yes. Well, goonsquad.
I'll lie right now. Ace doesn't have a TP at all. He does have in 1 second, but let's see if he decides to TP out.
Will he find the counter to Bloodseeker that we've all been looking for throughout the 15 years that he has existed? And he does.
People try to itemize, like, oh, Rod of Atos, it's a great item. Just some stats and ability to cancel a TP and set up for my Blood Right or Yule Scepter back in my days.
Oh boy. Yeah, that was a way to really lose the game.
Yeah, now you need someone else. You need someone else to be able to stun them.
Yeah, but who's going to rely on their teammates, right, in pubs?
That's not how Dota works.
Yeah, I don't think the team really matters. It's all about yourself. And that's exactly what Dyrachyo is thinking here, because he is playing Alchemist, and they're down 2K right now, despite having the Alchemist on their team. We'll see if he's able to get back into the game, but you can see his farm, I would say, is far below average, and it's right in the middle of the pack for this specific game. And that is not a good sign early on for Gaiman.
They did some stacks for him. He also found the good camp, the Dark Troll Summoner, so extra Skelly Bros are going to get farmed. Only level 4. So he is struggling right now, and we can see Hanskin pinging out where Alchemist is.
Yep.
I'm not saying he's going to get a solo kill, but there is potential to be very annoying. Like, you don't necessarily need to kill Alchemist, you just need to...
Oh, he could perhaps kill him. Concoction's coming, but he's going to get silenced and brought down solo by Hanskin. That is as rough as it gets for an Alchemist.
Hanskin got a lot of XP for that, even though he's only level 4, but we'll get him closer to level 6, and then you're going to be able to burst down Puck. You're going to be able to, like, even find Alchemist one more time. We're talking about 8 minutes in, he's level 5 and 1/4.
That 1/4.
That 1/4 is very, yeah. It's
very important. But yeah, that is... I mean, what do they need to do to kind of get back in this game? Because I haven't seen Gaming Gladiators...
Oh, this is the real carry. Look at this! Deeping mid to refill the bottle.
Is he not going to take it on... Oh, okay, interesting.
And he dug up the bounty rune, so at least RNG is on his side, has Trusty Shovel for himself. You're always going to get the value. If you have Alchemist on the team, always have this item in the backpack, try digging. Maybe eventually he's going to buy you the Aghanim Scepter.
Okay, there you go.
Probably not, but...
He could turn into a support and do that because he's off to such a bad start right now. His Pekzu looks to be mega dead. Actually, the coil connects onto both heroes, so they're going to focus onto Aqua.
Help.
See, the urn is applied, but he looks okay, although Celery is in range for the Frostbite.
16-1 charges.
Around. Bloodright to follow. Crystal Nova not enough damage. The Bloodright is there.
He is the team.
And you can see how fast Aqua is, but the Illusory Orb should be enough to bring him down. The space is there.
I mean, I can't believe they didn't TP with anyone. Skywrath Mage, let's check. He did have a TP. It's a potential turnaround. He silences the Puck. Puck can't use his abilities into Rupture. He definitely needed help there. I mean, he got the solo kill against 3 heroes.
It was close, though. If he had gotten away, that would have been really bad for Gaiman.
Yeah, I didn't check if Ember had a TP ready at the time, but I feel like he could have helped him out. Yeah.
All right, S4. Going to be pressuring this tier 1 towers. Hanskin can see Tofu in the area, and this should be a freebie for Goon Squad now. And still, with this Alchemist, I mean, what is the play? It's just getting stacks for Alchemist? I mean, it seems like a pretty...
He's not even going Radiance.
Yeah, it looks like
we're talking about the Armlet 10 minutes in, not finished. He will have it after this
Rupture,
big stack.
Bloodright, goodbye, boom. So another kill goes the way of Goon Squad as Celery playing the slowest hero in the game.
Rip.
Double kill for Limp. And Goon Squad looking extremely poised in this game number 1.
S4 already managed to take down the tower top. This opens up the map. They have entrance to enemy jungle from a different side as well. And yeah, Alchemist. He needs to farm up. Like, they need to play 4 versus 5 pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I was going to ask, what can they do? But there's really only one thing to do. Get farm on
You always
Alchemist.
ask so many questions, Shannon.
Yes.
Like, you always have a question to ask.
That's true. I mean, I always love casting with you because I can bring up Dota 1 trivia and can actually answer it.
And I can
try
to remember, yeah.
Yes.
All right, bring it up.
We'll have to... I have to think now.
All right, I'll give you a minute.
Here. Okay. I ask this one all the time, though. But it's my... Terrorblade used to have a skill. Meta used to be his ult. They went back and forth a lot. But Reflection didn't used to be a thing. What was it? What did it used to be?
Oh, it was some kind of drain, like life drain.
Very good. It was a non-channeling life drain. Very
I remember.
Concept.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was awful. Extremely weak.
That's why we removed it and replaced it with something else.
That's why he has 2 ultimates, because that skill was so bad that Ice Rod got triggered. Duraccio looks like he gets a nice little juicy stack of Ancients there. And, I mean, here's another question for you. 2K lead for
why
Goon
are they
Squad against an Alchemist. What does that actually mean, though?
That means that they're 4 or 5K gold ahead.
At 12 minutes, that's pretty absurd.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It scales, though. You gotta, like, we need to make a graph with the Alchemist, what it actually means.
Oh, we're going to see the first team fight of the game. Boom gets off a nice coil onto 2. Hanskin is dead. S4 looks to be next as the Curse not really doing too much here for Goon Squad. So nice wrap around Gaiman.
I want to see some more aggressiveness from the Goon Squad. Like, they can have Bloodseeker farm, and they also play with the 4 heroes. Because right now, they have good vision provided from the Beastmaster. They do have burst potential. I guess they were expecting something, just being there, trying to break the smoke and potentially burst someone, but it didn't happen. I also want to see Limp being a bit... Maybe he wants the Maelstrom. Maybe that's why. But... yeah, I feel like they need to put more pressure on Gaming Gladiators, because last 3 minutes...
Ancient Seal, Mystic Flare, and the Waning Rift gives him a little bit of extra space, so looks like he will survive, although Limp, with that haste rune, continuing to pursue, gets the Searing Chains off. Another right-click should do it, and he will get it under the Tier 2 tower. That is very rough for Boom. And the Remnant away, so Goon Squad getting away with murder again.
Yeah, I expected Hanskin to have more points in Ancient Seal. Like, this is why you pick the hero. We're talking about 13 minutes in, and that's only 1 point. That's 3 seconds. This ability scales insanely well, and he decided to put another point in Concussive Shot. I think this should be 1-1-4 build.
They did get the kill.
Or 1-2-3.
They did get the kill, you know?
Because Ember Spirit, had haste, but...
Calculated.
Yeah. your job is to control people. We're talking about Brewmaster and Puck. So you're going to have enough Tofu. Toying a little bit. Brewmaster, Beastmaster did have ultimate. But they are taking the pressure off Alchemist, and that's what matters. He's been free farming for the last 3.5 minutes.
Yep, that is true. Pretty early Veil of Discord onto Handskin, so that's going to give them even more magic damage amp with the Ancient Seal combo.
If we had this item like 10 years ago, it would be called Veil of TeamSpeak or Veil of Skype.
Veil of Roger Wilco. That's the one that goes way back. There's going to be like 5 people in chat.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. That's how old I am.
You're not even older than me.
I'm old.
You're just pretending to be old.
I feel older than everybody. Right? Every movement is a groan. As Gaiman, they are smoked up, and you can see that they are continuing to try to find some pickoffs while Dyrachyo farms away. So he is going to end up going Radiance, but obviously with the armlet first. And S4, concussive shot connects. He's going to get silenced now, and the coil is there. Although the rest of Goon Squad are on the way. Can they take out this Beastmaster? They can, but it's going to be a trade for Ace. So a 1-for-1, and Celery gets off a decent ult, but in the end, Boom is the one that falls, and it's a 3-for-1. Great turnaround from Goon Squad.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see. Just bring the numbers. They're super farmed right now. They have like double Maelstrom on their cores. It's a ton of damage, and also the burst damage coming up from the Skyrat Mage on top of Veil of Discord to amplify. Like even those Maelstrom proc, it's just going to be insane how much they're going to be able to do. They did sacrifice S4, but I'd say for a good cause.
Yeah. I mean, if they had picked him off right off the bat, I mean, that was a good maneuvering from S4 to get around the trees, so it's kind of hard to get around to take him out swiftly. I mean, they don't really have that much burst damage even on game. It's not like you're going up, it's not like the Ancient Seal combo that they have here. As you can see, oh, the curse, is this enough to take out the Brew? It is another death for Ace. I don't even know if we've seen Primal split this game, and Boom looks to be next. My goodness, Goon Squad just running away with this. As the tier 1 tower, I'm not sure if they're going to be able to defend. They can't get the deny, so that goes the way of Goon Squad, who now smoke up.
They should probably know about this smoke, because they're already running away. Celery trying to survive with the Tumbler's toy.
Yep.
But it seems like it's not going to be enough.
Oh, the Mystic Flare from so far. He is pretty far away, though, but the sleight of proc is global range, essentially. So another kill for... I mean, everything is global range against a Crystal Maiden when she has that slow movement speed. I remember the days when she didn't used to have 280 move speed, or whatever the hell it is these days.
I don't think it would be OP to give Crystal Maiden some extra loving in terms of movement speed.
All right, okay, what is she at right now? What's her base? I guess it's hard to tell now that she has boots, but...
I think it's 280 or 285.
Okay. If she gained 20, it was a bug, let's say, gained 20 move speed overnight, do you think she would be overpowered?
Well, we don't need to give her like 20 straight away. You know, we can experiment with 15.
One a day?
No, with 15 and maybe 1 armor and see what happens.
Okay. All right, Vice Frog's listening. You can give that a shot anytime you like. Been waiting for years. 4K lead for Goon Squad. As Dyrachyo, he can buy the Sacred Relic. He's going to be able to get out of this little gank attempt, though. Is he bringing his courier over? Does he want to buy it all at once?
Look at Crystal Maiden. Dead again. Like we don't even have to look. When we say something about the Crystal Maiden, we can click in the fountain to see when she's going to respawn.
Yep, that is the life of a CM. Feels weird to see Celery not play Enchantress. Was that banned this game?
It was banned, yeah.
Oh, okay. First phase, then.
Glad you're always paying attention during the draft.
Yeah, I take a little mini nap beforehand just to get prepped for the game. Get the extra energy, as Radiance is online for Dyrachyo, and he is just dead right after purchasing it. That is, I mean, at the very least, he's not going to lose much gold, but that is not how you want to reveal Radiance.
Yeah, he really showed him there that Radiance burn.
Gracious me, oh my, probably did about 80 damage there as S4 soloing a tier 2 tower at 18 minutes as Limp apparently going to get a kill onto Tofu, which extends it to a double kill off the...
Hanskin just needs to play with click move on your Ember Spirit or Beastmaster when he has ult, and you're going to be getting all the kills. Like, he's been very active. He's been involved in, 10 kills. This Veil of Discord, I like it a lot. Because it was Ring of Bassi in the lane, And Beastmaster was going for the Axis build to spank things out, and we can see the product of it, because Alchemist didn't have enough regen. We're talking about the Crystal Maiden. She also like doesn't have any regen whatsoever. She just dies pretty much. And yeah, the lane didn't go too well.
And this is getting close to shellacking territory.
I thought we were at level 3 already.
Yeah, okay. I was trying to be nice. This is a shellacking. Obviously, the 6K doesn't really tell the whole story since it is against an Alc. It's not Gaben level yet, I don't think, but it's approaching it quite quickly, especially if Dyrachyo dies in the near future here, as looks like the first Roche attempt from goonsquad will be uncontested, I would think.
It's a successful attempt. Give it to Aqua. Aqua does have a BKB, and also Limp. Like, Limp has had so far a perfect game. And
Crystal Maiden.
This is what we talked about. Click on the fountain. Just wait 30 seconds until she respawns. Synchronization, double BKB on side of goonsquad, and every single time this ulti is up on Scarlet Mage, that's a guaranteed kill.
Yeah. No doubt. Poor Celery. And remember, if they end up losing this is only game 1, but if they lose this series, they are in Div 2, but will be qualifying for TI by... Well, the percent chance is extremely high. We can just assume that that's the case.
We have not seen the split, right?
That is true. I don't think we've seen one split, which is very unfortunate. And he's going to go for the Ags.
Production, blink twice if this is correct. If we have not seen Brewmaster using ulti, because I don't remember.
If he has, then it's maybe maximum once, and it had 0 impact on the fight.
Yeah, it's one of those 2 options. Dyrachyo turning off the Radiance, now turning it on.
That is not a good sign when you have to resort to things at a position 4 that usually suicides in the lane like that to try to push it out as your position 1 Alchemist. I mean, from Gaming Gladiators side, what exactly is their next... I mean, we have a Blink Dagger coming online soon for Dyrachyo. Is there something that they need in order to fight? The Ags, obviously, for Brew is pretty big, although he hasn't used it once anyway. So 2 times 0 is still 0.
Yeah, it's back the meme from the old days where you buy Aghanim Scepter and you don't skill ulti, because Aghanim's only worked on your ulti before.
That is true. As we're going to see another kill.
I mean, Boom is very stubborn. Look at his itemization. He decided to go for Blink Dagger next, and now he's going for Kaya. It's just... You can't itemize like this. Against the Scarlet Mage, I would say okay if you had something like Oracle, Shadow Demon, anyone that can save you, but there is no save. You need to be able to take care of yourself. Like one silence, and that's going to be your target every single time. Either that or a Brewmaster to try to burst him down.
Rupture on Dyrachyo, trying to outrun it with that Chemical Rage regen as the BKB is activated from Aqua. He's just going to stand his ground and take out the Alchemist again. As Tofu looks to be next on the list, another silence. Hanskin has been playing extremely well. I mean, would you have gone like Yules then in this case for the puck?
Oh, most definitely. You need to have it. Considering how his game went, I wouldn't even mind if he went Witchblade into Yule's Scepter and then try to get a Blink Dagger after that.
Well, they got the Triceratops on their team, which is usually a good sign.
Wow, I didn't know you have the knowledge of the dinosaurs, the names.
I love dinosaurs. You know, my favorite dinosaur is Ankylosaurus. Do you know what that is?
That's the juking one that breaks the ankles, right?
Kind of, yeah. It has a club as a tail, so it does break your ankles, but in a different way than you're thinking. It's just like physical brute force breaks your ankles, so I can look that one up.
I gotta check it out, see what it looks like.
I think we could add more dinosaurs to Dota. I don't see what the downside of that would be.
I mean, dinosaurs are technically chickens, right? And then
they are birds.
Yeah, and then you make like chicken nuggets shaped as dinosaurs, and then you eat them again. It's just like, you know, what a time to be alive.
The circle of life, or something. As you saw, Gaiman, they tried to get a smoke off to be able to get the jump onto goonsquad, but in the end, didn't really result in anything, as now we're going to see goonsquad with the counter smoke, and they still have that Aegis and the double damage onto Limp. Not able to get the Searing Chains, though, to connect onto Ace this time.
It's a very difficult game. Like Dyrachyo, he's hiding in the trees. He does have a Blink Dagger. Like, even if he gets his BKB timing, they still have Roar, they still have Rupture and Winter's Curse. It's very difficult to itemize for him in this game. Like, you're not going to really feel the impact once he hits that BKB.
Yeah, and he might not even get it in time, as you can see. Goon Squad, oh, they're going to get the pick off on the Celery. So, Crystal Maiden. Another death.
8 so far.
I mean, how do you expect to run
Dies
away
every
from
3
death
minutes.
with the slowest move speed in the game? That's the real question.
He's trying to buy some time. Like, he's trying to bait some abilities, but Goon Squad, they're not falling for it. Look at
Yep, Tofu.
where Limp is and also S4.
Yep, they even use the Roar on top of the Shard from S4.
You can't enter pretty much the top part of the map belongs to Goon Squad. So anything you want to do is on the bottom part, but you can also see Skyrit Mage. He's already bottom, and he's trying to look for someone that is going to potentially go into Triangle. So the farm that Gaming Gladiators are getting right now is super limited.
And this is now approaching the lower echelon stage of a Gaben shellacking, just to keep you updated, Lacoste. I know you're just very excited to figure out where this will end up being, as Goon Squad obviously not with the Aegis anymore. So and these are the type of series where you expect like ultra discipline, so the game will, like, even if they have a major advantage, they're going to slow it down, they're going to constrict the map, as again, we're going to see Boom die. Hanskin just all over the map with this Ancient Seal. He's getting absolute full value out of this thing.
Hey, it's impossible. Like, if he has a Dispel mechanic, he lives in these situations, and then he can try to stall a game a little bit. Alchemist is farming whatever comes to his towers. They're not going to be able to leave the base this way.
Yeah, and I think that they are just waiting for this BKB in all likelihood for the Alk, which I think he should be able to get before the next Roshan, depending on
I thought
how
you were going to
fast
say
it is.
before the game ends.
I think he will. I think that's pretty safe. But you can see Hanskin is halfway to an Axe. That is a kind of absurd farm from him. And Duracho, he's going to be forced to TP out, but it's going to get canceled instantly. And
the spell stun,
and the Rupture, and the death.
They should have left him. They should have just let him kill himself.
I miss all the denies in the game, I will say that.
I missed the Pudge the most.
Yeah, the Pudge deny. I remember Double Edge used to deny. That was great, actually. You get a kill and deny yourself. That feels really
perfect.
Good, you know?
I was not a big fan of Soul Ring plus a deny on Pudge. I think that was kind of easy to execute. I always wanted to challenge myself. Yeah, try to go for deny, not do it, and then be mad about it.
I think there's only 3 in the game now, right? Poison, or Gale, Shadow Strike, and Doom. I think are the only 3 in the game.
Well, we're talking about denying your allies, right? Not denying yourself.
Yeah, but deny on self is not possible anymore, sadly.
You can deny yourself with Alchemist.
Does that actually work?
Yeah.
When you're
there's one more. There's one more. I know it's 2. Let me just check.
Okay, yeah. Look through that hole. We have plenty of time. You know, this game is firmly in the grasp of Goon Squad, as they are just forcing Gaiman to stay in their base. Not able to get that full combo off this time as the time lapse comes through for Tofu. And we'll find out when the next Rosh is in the next 30 seconds, which...
There's one more. I'm looking through the heroes. There's Pugna. Yeah, Pugna's the other one.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And the Bane. If you use Brain Sap on yourself and you have no brain cells left, you just kill yourself.
Interesting. I wasn't aware of that mechanic, huh? Is the brain
with
cells...
the Ags. It works with the Ags.
Oh, okay. So is the brain cells related to the person playing the hero or the hero itself?
Yeah, I think I made a joke a long time ago that when I play Bane, I get 0 HP back because, you know, when people are using that on me. That was the joke. Yeah. The delivery of this joke was top-notch. I bet chat loves it.
Can you explain the joke again?
Yeah. Such a good joke.
Tofu is killed, as you can see. Gaming Gladiators trying to backstab here. This could be a potential last-ditch effort. The Waning Rift to start things out with the coil onto the 2 supports, but Golden Brace is going to keep the Wyvern alive for a little bit. Hansking is where their main target is, and he drops. Does not have buyback, as a couple have died from game, and they're going to buy back immediately, but there's the Roar, and look how fast Duracho dies. Just the farm differential is not even remotely similar, as that is the first brew split I believe we've seen in this game.
Yeah, and they got a kill, so it seems like they should have been using the split to get the kills.
Perhaps is another buyback.
No BKB.
The Alchemist. Ace focusing on
Where's the heal? They need Vibrant to heal him up.
He's very low. He's going to get cold embraced at the last moment, but there's a concoction to follow. Will Bloodseeker be able to get away? The illusory orb is there, and finally they take out that pesky Aqua Bloodseeker. Dyrachyo, this would be a dieback if he drops, though, and he is almost certainly dead. They're trying to toggle his way through with that concoction, but it's not going to happen. So 90 seconds without an Alchemist, and now the target is to the Brewmaster, who's getting stun locked as S4 again cold embraced by Peksu. This guy's been all over the place this fight.
Does he have another one? He does not. But they got some good kills from it. Like Puck did get a lot of gold. He did get levels as well. But Limp, he's cleaning up. They didn't manage to kill him even once this game. These are the first 3 kills that Gaming Gladiators managed to get in the last like 15 minutes. They were unable to get any kind of opening. But yeah, they did drop. At what cost? 1, 2, 3 buybacks on side of Gaming Gladiators. So next time they lose a fight, it's going to be very difficult. Roshan will respawn in 30 seconds. Dyrachyo not too happy about it.
Yeah, he has had a bit of a rough one. I mean, this game particularly, but over the course of the season as well. Obviously, Gaming not performing the way that they have shown that they can in both Season 1 and 2 and at the Major. But we'll see. This next row should be the nail in the coffin if goonsquad are able to secure it for themselves, which I would think means that Gaming will have to try to contest if they can. As you can see, Limp now has his Aghanim Scepter, another Haste Rune, and going for a Refresher next.
Yeah, he's about to hit level 25, 30 minutes in. That's pretty nuts.
Tofu looking to deward, but instead he's going to die. So 45 seconds, and they know that most of these heroes do not have buyback, so this, even though it's a support Weaver, will open up Roshan for them.
Hanskin has full Octarine Core. He was thinking about getting Aghanims, but lowering the cooldown on his abilities.
Wow.
And he's about to hit level 18, so it's going to be like 12-second, 11-second cooldown.
Is he actually
Mystic
buying
Flare.
Shard? I don't think I've ever seen Shard on this hero before. I think literally, it's like armor and, what is it?
Extra intelligence.
Int and armor for each spell used.
Yeah. I saw people try to buy it. Like, it gives you more survivability.
Crystal Maiden.
In the fight.
Yep. Nothing more needs to be said.
Then again, trying somehow.
Frostbite. Celery. If he jukes this with that pathetic move speed, look, he's like in slow motion.
Shannon, there's thirst. Like, there's no way he's getting out of there.
Yeah, but you have to have some hope for Crystal Maiden, or else it's just depressing to watch. As Refresher now online for the Ember, and I'm having a tough time seeing a way out for Gaming. New record, 31 minutes.
It's a Shard. He also picked it up.
On the Ember?
Yes.
All right, I'm really looking forward to seeing Hanskin's Shard, which is in 20 gold.
Keep an eye on that armor.
Yeah. We're going to have to click on him throughout these fights just to see the stacks. Tofu, he's going to get Searing Chained and Mystic Flared. Goodbye. 5v3. It's not even including the Aegis. And that Black Dragon with all these other creeps. That probably equates to another hero. So this is like a 7v3, I think, is probably the correct math.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
I'm usually not a math expert. I try to stay away from doing math on the stream. And this is going to be the set of barracks. They can go mid. There's still Aegis on Bloodseeker for next 3 minutes. And Limp is massive. They didn't even manage to kill him once this game.
Yeah, backdoor protection does kick in, so this will delay things a bit. But obviously with this massive advantage as Dyrachyo, if they can just pick him off before he even is available to defend, then
he'll force the BKB TP out. Well, he'll not, because Wyvern is there.
Yep.
So he looks very dead. The rest of the team not going to be able to connect with him. So buying time for Crystal Maiden to get possibly another 2 or 3 deaths in this game.
Yep, there's the BKB, and he is just getting run down by the entirety of goonsquad. I could get I would say this is a bad manners pause, but it's
there's some kind of bug. Cannot move my mouse.
Well, that would explain everything this game.
Yeah, no.
Well, unfortunately for Gaming, this will be, unless there's an absolute miracle, this will be a Game 1 victory for goonsquad. But actually, what was their... I didn't look at this ahead of time. What was their head-to-head?
Their head-to-head was that Gaming Gladiators won 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
Okay. So this
But they've been playing the same style, pretty much. Like, they were not innovative. They didn't show what the other teams showed in this DPC tour. I mean, I don't know. They just are not playing as the standard as they set for themselves in Tour 1 and Tour 2.
Yeah. Yep, no doubt about it. They've definitely been disappointing, which, you know, as Dyrachyo dies again, obviously we knew that was going to happen. Which is, I mean, I wonder how much of it, like we talked about, is because they knew that they were going to TI, so they can kind of take it a bit easy. I don't think any player is going to, like, sit down and, hey, guys, we're not going to take this seriously. I don't think that ever happens.
But in the back of your head, it might be.
Exactly.
Like,
it's
okay, we worked hard. We've been on the boot camp for so long. We'll, like... I think at the time, during the previous major, we were talking about the 99% them being guaranteed TI, and now the chances drop by a little bit.
Yep, as the next tower is being pounded on, as we can see, Dyrachyo won't be up for another 30 seconds. So this should be a full lane of... Oh man, the Searing Chain's onto 2 here with the axes to follow. You hear a Rupture going off as well, as Ace is forced to use that Primal Split to try to defend this as much as they can.
Another bug for Crystal Maiden.
Dead. Double kill for Limp. Crystal Maiden, like you said, in the gray. How many is that for Mr. Celery? Poor guy. 11 deaths on that Crystal Maiden. And, I mean, the pick makes sense against the Brewmaster, or I said Brewmaster this time as well, the Beastmaster with all the creeps, thanks to Frostbite lasting so long, but just has not worked out.
They want to smoke. Let's go. Someone's pinging it out.
Yep.
Ace ready to go. Does have Aghanims.
He does, and he has the shard as well. That's the Void Spirit Panda now as the roar comes out onto Dyrachyo, the save onto Hanskin. As you can tell, Dyrachyo really wants to take out that pesky Skywrath Mage, who's now stuck in place as Hanskin looks to be fine though, as they're just focusing down this Void Bruling. Has that disarm attached to him as the coil comes out from Boom. Usually this leads into Boom's death, but he's able to get the Illusory Orb off, but the Ember Spirit is chasing, and Limp not able to find the kill quite yet. Illusory
Does have
Orb
another BKB.
Again, as Celery gets off a nice duration ultimate, but that's the Limp BKB mitigating all of that damage, and Crystal Maiden is dead again. Death
They want to
12.
close it out.
Indeed. Double kill coming out from Aqua. And this looks like the beginning, or it looks like the end of an end.
Yeah.
For game number 1. Triple kill for Aqua as they continue on to Ace. They could go for the Megas, they could go for the Throne, but no GGs have been called yet. There's the Curse. Blood Right to follow. They want to try to get
Boom
this...
kill Hanskin again.
Yeah, ultra kill for Aqua, okay. Wants to get this Rampage. We'll see if Gaiman will oblige. Will Puck come in to give him the Rampage? Nice friendly feed.
Boom's trying to get more kills from this.
Yeah,
and, he got it.
Coil is up. This fight has been going on so long that is up again. But sadly for Aqua, it will not be a Rampage, but they'll get the Mega Creeps nonetheless. And they can just use these creeps, although Aqua not able to get anything off onto Boom's Puck, who's now... Celery, man, is he dead again? I do believe so. It was a good effort. It gets bashed and brought down. So the only thing
they're ignoring Boom. They're like, well, yeah, you know, Boom's going to be going in, trying to get some pickoffs. There's still BKB available on a Beastmaster.
All right, they're still fighting here as S4 is forced to pop his BKB. Boom doing a lot of work to try to delay this as Celery has bought back. And he gets off the nice freezing field, but is going to die again. As you can see, Boom staying alive with just a sliver of HP. Tofu was ruptured, has to stand in place, and this will actually stop the onslaught from Goon Squad. So Gaiman technically hold on, but the advantage from Goon Squad just seems too much to overcome regardless.
Yeah, Boom did got a lot of gold from these couple of kills, and he has enough to buy full Overwhelming Blink on top of the Octarine core, and now with the level 25, Dream Coil pierces magic immunity. He can hold him in place. Problem is, like, who's going to be dealing the damage?
Yeah, we're going to see the Blood Right get that silence off onto the Brew, but there's not going to be much follow-up after that.
Does have Refresher, need to use it.
Well, focusing on the Ember Spirit, but there is the Cold Embrace again, and now the Bash is keeping Dyrachyo in place. And he does have buyback this time. 80 seconds on the deck regardless, though, Aqua. Trying to focus down these Brewlings, but they're a little bit too tanky. And with that shard, obviously gets that extra one. As Pexu has to cold embrace himself, and you can see Boom is actually evading a lot now with this item build. And now that the Brew split is over, they're just going to take out the good old-fashioned normal Brewmaster.
Buyback one more time.
Yep, 5
from
versus
Alchemist.
4. No Brewmaster, despite having that second ult available to him. And GG's still not called here. As Boom, Goon Squad are really annoyed with this puck.
My finest creation once you get to these items. Can he kill the courier? He cannot.
And he will TP back to base. There's a DD bot if they really want to go for it. But this has delayed the game again. So he's doing his job. Of course, it's still a massive uphill battle. This is like Mount Everest. Not sure if they'll be able to climb that without training, because it's hard to breathe up there.
It really is. Would you ever go?
God, no. Are you kidding me? It sounds miserable.
Yeah, I'd probably not go.
I saw you rock climbing. Didn't go too high up there.
Yeah. I had to, remember that I'm afraid of heights. So.
Very common fear. Game and Gladiators seem to be afraid of GGing out of game number 1. Oh, we have 2 Ooh, okay. We got the Ags on Tofu, so that's the time lapse on teammates and the lower cooldown. And
it's not lower cooldown anymore. It's normal cooldown. It was before. Before it was 27. I think it was even lower.
He gifted an Ags to Puck, by the way. So that is a free Ags for Boom. So Waning Rift will now have
gotta read it first, huh?
Well, they've changed it with the talents and the shards, and they've just been mixing and matching. Like, this doesn't...
It's a good one. It's a reveal against the Glimmer Cape on Wyvern, so you add also the pushback on top of the slow. Like, you're gonna be super annoying with the overwhelming blink, and also you're extremely tanky. You almost have 4,000 HP.
Yeah.
Oh, look at Alchemist. Alchemist bought a branch to be 6 slotted.
Oh,
am I seeing?
Yeah.
he sold his magic wand and now has a branch.
Oh, yeah. That could be the difference maker.
It's the GG branch. They're not going to type anything. They're just going to drop it in the middle of the fight, and game's going to end.
If you still plant it, it's...
Even Beastmaster has one.
Yeah, well...
I understand why Beastmaster has it, because he has ability to cut down the tree, so he has to plant some.
To make up for it,
yeah.
So it's not like bad against the environment and whatnot.
Green Beastmaster.
Yeah. And, I mean... Considering how important this series is, I would not be surprised for Goon Squad just to wait for
for Roche.
Which is up in 50 seconds. As another Aghanim Scepter, this time on the side of Goon Squad. So Handskin finally gets that after...
A bit disappointed that he did not go for the shard.
Oh,
the most worthless...
Right.
Yeah, because it's worthless. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but that's why we want to see it.
I didn't like the Razor one. But I think it's better than I thought it was. But this one, I don't know if I'm ever going to... Also, just like seeing when you click on Shard and Aghanim Scepter, it's a wall of text.
Yeah, that is true.
It doesn't help the casters as well, which the ones that are not up to date. I'm not talking about us.
Of course not. I'm always up to date on Aghanim Scepters and Shards, but I have still yet to see this Shard.
Like, you need to get your glasses. You need at least 30 seconds to read that.
Yeah. Not easy. I mean, the Ags is, at least in theory, you can...
No. The Ags is good.
Double of everything.
Don't get me wrong. This Ags is perfect.
Wait, what was the other shard you were complaining about before the...
Oh, Razor Shard.
Right.
But
Razor Shard
it's good. It's good.
The thing about
it's like in the middle of the pack.
It's taking a skill, the literal most boring skill of all time, and making it
even more boring.
Skill.
Yeah.
Just a regular basic.
I would say that, like, Blood Mist, the Aghanim Scepter from...
Oh, yeah.
From Bloodseeker.
Wait, I hope he picks this up. Come on, Aqua. That is an Aghanim Scepter for you, my friend.
It is. He made the slot. Don't give it to...
Oh,
no.
My God. Why? All right,
This is worse. His Aghanim Scepter upgrade is worse than Skyrod's Shard, I'd say. The Blood Mist.
With this build, yes. If
no,
you
it doesn't
had
matter.
Radiance, Eternal Shroud, if you had that already, and you got the Ags for free... It's like, okay.
It's meme build.
I think it's a funny concept, and I hope they actually keep it, just change it to not be god-awful. That's my hope. As a Mjolnir now online.
A lot of items. We talked about some Magnum's upgrades and stuff, but we didn't mention Beastmaster with the Sight of Vice and also level 30. Minus 30 seconds on Primal Roar, so it's down to 27.
He's ruptured, he is sheeped. Mystic Flare connects, and he is dead. No buyback at all. But he's given away a lot of his net worth to this puck. We'll see if they're able to defend and delay as they have been. This tier 4 tower is already dead thanks to this juicy fat Triceratops. Vexu's gonna have to save himself as Freezing Field comes out, but the Blood Right's here as well as Aqua pops that BKB and casually rips Celery a new one. And they do take out Boom in the end, but he doesn't.
I mean, this is not fair. Bloodseeker used 4 Rupture charges with level 25 talent and Refresher.
Very normal. As S4 and company looking to finish this game, as it looks like Puck will die back in all likelihood as the Perma Silence comes out. And surely GG's will be called, and there it is. Game 1, which has been over for 20 minutes at least, goes the way of goonsquad.
They used 4 Ruptures and 9 Fire Remnants in the previous fight, so technically